So we got to the cabin that we booked in Antofagasta, and it was awful. I mean, like, awful. Everything was dirty. It was just, yeah, it wasn't in a very good state. And also the lounge didn't have a window, it just had a hole in the place of the window. So we refused to stay there. There's just no way. My name is Sanne, and this is my husband Michael and our daughter Julia. In this series we are spending 4.5 months in Chile, exploring as much of it as we can, from its north to south. So join us on our journey through the longest country in the world. Today we are leaving Pan de Azúcar National Park and heading to Antofagasta, where we're going to spend the next week. In the meantime, we're still in the national park and we're stopping at a few places to see if we can spot any guanacos, because we still haven't seen any.
Can't see any guanacos yet, but fingers crossed, because we saw some dung. Do you want me to go and put my finger in it and see if it's warm? This looks ideal because it looks like grassy. I mean, they could be in this little canyon bit right in front of us.
They could be, and we wouldn't be able to see them.
We wouldn't.
We just drove down a dirt road. This is as far as we could get, because there's now a chain across the road and you have to walk it. But we don't have enough time this morning to go for a long walk, which is a shame because it does look really nice there. And there are evidence of guanacos around this area. There's quite a bit of dung around here. Oh well, this is day 4 Pan de Azúcar National Park. It's just desolate. We are less than 2 hours away from Antofagasta now, and we've stopped at the side of the road to have a look around this desolate landscape. I cannot see one single plant life anywhere around. It's so desolate here. It's such a strange and eerie landscape. I love it. We are at 2,026 meters height now, above sea level. The fuel efficiency is
64.7 kilometers per litre.
That is insane.
At 90 kilometers per hour through the Andes mountain in the Atacama Desert.
Wow.
And it's been at that now for quite a while. We've been going for about
15 minutes?
Yeah, about 15 minutes we've been driving at that.
That's insane.
That is absolutely insane. And we're at an altitude, what, of about 2,000 meters?
Maybe there's less drag from the air?
Maybe. Less drag, I don't know.
So we got to the cabin that we booked in Antofagasta, and it was awful. I mean, like, awful. Everything was dirty. It was just, yeah, it wasn't in a very good state. And also the lounge didn't have a window, it just had a hole in the place of the window. So we refused to stay there. There's just no way. We've now been dealing with Airbnb for the last hour, guess.
Yeah.
Trying to get our money refunded and trying to book another place to stay for tonight. We've been sat on a beach, in our car on a beach.
And Airbnb have still not sorted
And
it.
Airbnb have still not sorted it, and they just keep delaying it, and we've now booked another place. Hopefully they will accept. I know it's because it's a last minute thing. It's past 5 p.m. We haven't eaten lunch. We haven't eaten dinner. We're really hungry, irritable, tired from the long drive. So if this Airbnb doesn't accept the reservation, we'll have to go and stay in a hotel. Problem is, then we can't cook food, so it's not ideal. But at least we have a nice view from our car. Just hopefully we don't end up sleeping in our car. But we're looking out at a load of birds, so that's
Well,
a plus.
it's actually not a problem. There is always hotels and always
Yes.
options. It's Airbnb that's the problem. They shouldn't mess you around. Okay, when I called bookings.com, they didn't start asking me to upload photos and said they're going to have to do this, that and the other. Nor does an insurance company. It says, get on with it, we'll sort it out afterwards. We'll believe you. And we sort it out afterwards. You don't argue and ask people to call international numbers.
We don't know what's happening. We're just waiting to find out what we're doing tonight. We'll let you know. All right, well, the Airbnb told us that tough luck. They're not refunding us because apparently a dirty place has nothing to do with them, and the fact that it has no windows, and that apparently has nothing to do with them. Great. So yeah, they're not refunding us. Great.
Oh, it says the apartment is available, your reservation. Okay, so we've been accepted. Has been accepted. Okay, so the reservation has been accepted.
Okay,
Let's
so
just go
the
and
other.
sort ourselves
Okay,
out.
let's
But
go.
we'll
And just
delete
lost
that.
£300.
Yeah, we've just lost £300.
Brilliant.
Well, darling, this is just the opening battle. I don't think we have. I think we'll fight with them and get it back.
Our view tonight, and there are some storm clouds rolling in. And that's all bright, and that's all stormy.
Looks like one of the famous Chilean protests, maybe.
What on earth is going on? Still going. Yeah, that's a lot of trucks. The noise they're making, they've been going on for about 20 minutes.
At least. Look at them all.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's a lot of trucks. They're still coming.
One of them sounds like a train. So this is the place that we ended up with. It's really comfortable, and as you can see, we're really using all of the space that we could get here. We've been doing loads of washing. All of our clothes need washing. This is the first time we've had a washing machine in over 4 weeks. It's a good thing you can't smell us. This is our bedroom. There's Julia's bedroom. We had a nice hot shower. First time since Santiago. In the place with the tarantulas, the showers were cold, and in the other place, the water was barely dribbling down. So it's been fun. At least we've had a couple of very calm days, and while we figure out what we're doing next. We had an Airbnb booked for 7 days in Antofagasta. It was advertised as a cabin with a lounge, kitchen and 2 bedrooms. For starters, we couldn't find it. It took us about an hour of trying to work out how to get there, because it wasn't where the Airbnb sent us. We finally found it, and we weren't in the best of moods already. And then we got to it, and we walk into this lounge and kitchen area, and the window doesn't have glass, which I don't even know how you can call it a cabin if the window doesn't have any glass over it. So it was just a hall. It was a hall that goes into the kitchen and lounge area, and then you have the bedrooms. I mean, that's not a very secure way of having the cabin, and obviously we have a child as well, so she would have had to stay in one of the bedrooms where anybody could climb into, so it was a disaster, that place. And then when we complained to her and said there's no way we can stay here, she took us to another cabin. That one had a glass, at least. The window was covered by glass. But she wanted us to pay £15 a day extra for it. So, which wasn't happening. And the first thing she told us was, this place is for surfers, not for families. But then why take a booking from us? We booked for 2 adults and a 12-year-old child. Clearly we're a family, so why take a booking? Unfortunately, we need to learn how to film when things aren't going well. So, because we have no footage from that nightmare. Michael barely got some photographs quickly and quietly of the place to then send to Airbnb. They weren't very good photographs. They didn't really show the state of the place, and you can't really see that there's no window in them. I should have done proper photographs and I should have filmed it, and I'm kicking myself for it now. But it's too late. Before you say that we're spoiled or anything like that, a couple of weeks ago we stayed in a place that was infested by tarantulas, and we were quite happy. We took it as a adventure. We learned about tarantulas, and we just enjoyed staying there. So for us to walk out, it has to be something fairly serious. So we don't just do it for no reason at all. We weren't happy with the way Airbnb dealt with it. They tried to handle it and saying, oh, I'm so sorry this happened to you, so sorry and so sorry and so sorry, and we'll sort it out for you, we'll sort it out for you, when we were on the phone call. And then they said, well, just give us a few minutes to look through it and decide on it. Then they come back going, sorry, we can't help you, all we can offer you is 10% of the first night, which is £4 of £300. I mean, that's laughable. And they said, well, there's nothing we can do because the host has declined your cancellation and they're not giving the money back. The host told us that we can cancel it and she's going to give us the money back. So, one of them lied. At that point, I got quite cross. They wrote to me saying, if you turn up and the place is dirty and not in the state that you expect it to be, that is your own problem. They are not responsible for it, and they're still going to keep the money and give it to the host. Which is just terrible. And I wrote to them going, are you serious? You have just completely ignored the safety aspect. And also we then ended up booking in a more expensive place, and we wouldn't be doing it for no valid reason. I was quite cross at this point. After a while, they came back saying, we have reviewed it and we are agreeing to fully refund you. So we managed to at least sort that out. We have ended up paying a lot more for this place and for the next place, but it was the right decision. That's where the band was playing all yesterday till about midnight. We decided to cut our stay in Antofagasta short and head to San Pedro de Atacama instead, which is where we will see you next.